Welcome back. My name is Dan Kathman. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Today is Monday. Monday. There's something in here. Monday. There's like a gnat. So Monday. It's Monday, March 25th. So my birthday is now 6 days away. Actually 7 days away. It's a week away. My birthday is a week away. I can do math. And it's my 30th birthday. That is weird to me. I can't believe that I'm going to be 30. Crazy. I just wrote a blog if you guys want to check that out. It's called 5 Things You Can Do to Nail Your Audition. This is for actors, obviously. So, or at least, just to get a callback or do a better job and make it a good impression. I've auditioned for over 100 projects. 100. Since I was 15 until now, I've almost been famous more times than I care to count. But I've auditioned for everything from like feature films to short films to theater, everything in theater, comedy, drama, musicals, commercials, local, regional, national, infomercials, PSAs, in-house industrials, runway, print, you name it. Internet videos, internet shows, TV shows, pilots, major TV shows, all these different types of things that I've auditioned for. I learned quite a bit, and I got 5 things for you, and it's pretty insightful and pretty helpful. And some of them were huge things for me. They completely changed the way I auditioned, and I haven't auditioned a lot since I learned a lot of those things, actually. But I've been in over 20 productions in theater. I've done 5 or 10 independent films. I was a lead in a lot of them. I've won over 5 awards in acting. I've done this a lot. It's the first time I've ever kind of written anything about that. I've had some potential life-changing auditions. A lot of them I just, obviously it didn't happen because I'm still here, but a lot of times it came down to me and someone else, or it came down to me and a few. I've obviously been in a lot of other stuff, so I got some of them. And sometimes they were just like, after I read it one time, they were like, thank you. And I was like, all right, well, fuck me. Probably one of the main things that I will give you in case you don't like to read, one of the main things, pieces of advice that I have for auditioning is to not think of it as an audition for that part or an audition period. Think of it as a meeting, but it's not an audition for that part. It's an audition for that casting director. So the casting director, the writer, the producer, anybody who sees it, you're auditioning for them and anything they do for the rest of their entire career. It's a lot different because, if you make a good impression, you do a good job, you may not fit this role, but you'll fit something else they do in the future, because it's their job to remember you, because it's their job to fill spots with talent. And if you got talent, then they're going to try to remember you because they got stuff thrown at them every day for different projects of all different kinds. So if you do a good job, it makes their job easier. They want you to do well. That's another thing. They want you to do well. A lot of people think they're out to get them. They're not. They want you to do well because it's, their job to find somebody. So they, already looked through all these different people all over the world or country or state or city, and they found you. So they think already that you could be that person. They're hoping you do well. If you do well and you kill it, then you've made their job easier. And they're like, fantastic. This will, keep me having a job. Because if they don't find anybody, then they're going to lose their job. If they don't find anybody who's good and everyone sucks, then they're going to not get the next project. They're not going to get asked to do, and eventually they'll go out of business. So, and the same thing happens for not just the casting, but the director sees it, the producers sometimes see it, the screenwriters sometimes see it, and you make an impression on them, especially like bigger profile things. You'll have execs of like the studio or something else that are in there. And if you make an impression, the part may be cut. You may not fit that role, or you may be really good and you're auditioning for a minor role and they want you to audition for a major role. That's happened to me. I've auditioned for something, a small part, and then they kind of looked at each other and they gave me sides for the lead because they thought that I could play the lead instead of the minor role. There's tons of things. It's not all be all end all and then it's over and then you're done. Not if you do a good job. If you do a good job, then they'll remember you. I auditioned for Vampire Diaries when I was a while ago. I didn't get the part, but they asked me to audition 3 to 4 separate times. Months, years later. Many of them, the casting director called my agent, asked for me particularly. I still didn't get it. On that one, actually, I went in the hospital for something, so I didn't get the audition for that one. That one would have probably been it. 4th time's a charm. But yeah, over 100 projects easily. Oh, and the number one thing you can do, since we're already talking about it, number one thing you can do for an audition that they don't tell you to do is memorize the sides. The sides are the pieces of the script that they give you for your part. Memorize those. I know they only give you like a day or two, at 3 at the best notice for an audition. Memorize that. Read it 50 to 100 times. Get people to read with you. Read it to the wall and get that down, because that is when you're acting. If you go into an audition and you're just reading, then you're going to get judged on how you read. But if you memorize it, then you're going to get judged on how you act. And that is better if you're a good actor. A lot of people aren't good actors, but they're good readers. So they get cast and then they suck. If you're like me and you're a good actor, but you're not a good auditioner, aka reader or whatever, you can only do so well even so. I mean, if you ever acted before, you know that when do you do better? Do you do better on the table reads, on the rehearsals, or do you do better when you're off book and on the final night? Of course, you do better when you're off book and when you're actually doing it. So you got to go into the auditions like you're actually doing it. That's how you do better. That's how you make an impression. And also the other thing is the whole time you're right here at the camera, saying your lines, doing their stuff. When you do this, they lose you. Do this and they lose you. You do this the whole time. You're talking to the camera or you're talking to the person right off camera or wherever they are at. Anyway, so I hope this helps you. I really want to see Captain Marvel. I haven't seen it yet. I want to go see it. What else? I'm hungry. Some of these may change. Some may do one kind of just telling you what's going on, and I might do one that's funny. I don't know what. It's kind of going to be whatever I want it to be, so I hope you guys enjoy it. It'll only get better from here. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Dan Kathman. Please, if you liked it, subscribe to my channel for more. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought, and let me know what you might want me to do next, and I just might do it. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Do what you want to do. Live your best life, and start doing what you want to do with your life today. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. My name's Dan Kathman. Bye.
You do it, but you don't do it like this.
You don't do it like this.
But you don't do it like this.
You don't do it like this.
But you don't do it like